Yeah, so this gets us into episode 3 of the Marathon Sands Chit Chat run, which we're doing on marathon settings and trying to get a rocket up inside 15 hours, and that's going to be interesting. Yes, this is our map. This is what have we done so far? This is we've pushed these bases. Interesting to note that this base is still here. We've built here off these starter patches. We've got some outposted coal from here, and this base is gone. But one of the reasons why we're back here, and one of the things that I was super interested about finding this seed, is that over here we've got some coal and some copper and some iron and like lots of copper, all in roughly the same place. So episode 3 is we're going outposting, kind of. We're gonna make a bunch of stuff over here, and then instead of running belts back, well, we're still going to run belts back, but instead of running, like, here's 5 belts of copper, and here's 6 belts of iron, and here's a base here, we're going to build a ton of stuff over here, and just belt back some high-value things, because I reckon that's going to work out better than trying to build a ton of belts. So let's get back into, yeah, Here's where we left it. We've got 13 hours left on the clock to finish building our base. I did decide I needed more power. Yeah, I do need more power grid before we try and do anything about this. And I've got all of those guys made, and then I just also need. Yeah, I don't have any of this. Yeah, we're just chewing through all those resources. That's kind of how Marathon works. Making engines. Yeah, give me 10 engines. We're gonna need that. Give me 200 pipes. Give me this, and then I can make 5 more of these things. Okay, we might spin all of this up. Make the power grid unhappy. I've got a lot of belt. Did I limit these chests? Yes. Not to very much, but all those chests are limited, and then we're just going to go, you know, blah, 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 blah. Give me all this stuff, because I need... yeah, some number of these things. And then we're going to need... we actually don't have many of those at all, and that's copper that I need for that. Okay, fine. We were banking copper, weren't we? Yeah, there was some copper over here that was just... we're going to get some copper as well, because we're kind of going outposting, kind of. Just make all of that. It's actually a lot more copper than I need. Is it? I guess we're still going to... I guess we're still going to be... building a lot more outpost stuff later. Oh yeah, because these guys want us to start here and do this kind of stuff. And... oh, burner inserters. I don't think I'm getting that out of the way though, so that's probably going to stay, which means... also, am I putting this in a different place? Maybe. I can go there, actually. We can offset all of these. And that means that this water can go here. Which is not quite going to fit, but you know, sure, whatever. It'll fit well enough. And we need to put the radar back somewhere. Even though we're not super... I'm not super worried about things coming from this direction, especially just having checked what was around there. It's like 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3... yeah, I did want more power balls, didn't I? Because we are going to want a bunch of these things. Which we're still going to struggle to fit in the inventory, so I guess... oh, we're putting wood on the ground. Yeah, cool. Full inventories. I thought I had more of those. I don't have more of those. Okay. That's all going to be pretty interesting. And these are all offset slightly, but you know, whatever. That's going to be... that one's going to overlap. Sure. Is there anything else I can make? I don't really need those. Sure. Just get that out of my inventory as well, I guess. Yeah, cool. So we're... the iron struggle was kind of always going to be real, so I'm not super concerned about that. But let's just figure out where these go. And not entirely surprising that one of those is in the way, but we can just do like that. Not that two, the other two. So they'll all be on grid, and now we can just wander back up here and collect all of these things, and we won't actually have added very much to our power grid at all. In a way that I'm not necessarily unhappy about. And that's still all yeah, I think I'm just, yeah, we're just gonna wander. Oh no, I can put these things. There, I guess. So the power grid is mildly better, isn't it? Yeah, whatever. Cool. Wandering away from this problem because we've got other things to deal with. So yeah, so the first. Oh wait, these guys are now. Yeah, cool. What did I have? I don't have as many fish as I wanted. Yeah, so the first part of this was like up until this point, it's been a fairly normal. Hey, can we get kind of everything marathon done just a bit slowly? And from this point, it's going significantly further off the rails. Actually, do I have? No, I'll get more stuff later. Yeah, so we're just running away from the base. We're going to build some more outposts. It's going to be fine. We actually got quite a lot of territory to cover, don't we? Because we've got to bring the power over here. First of all, we've got to find these two other big iron outposts. And then we've got to go north to link it to the other coal outpost. Do I have the coal outpost on the radar? The coal is over here somewhere, isn't it? Below these things. Are these things? Yeah, we're not annoying those. Yes, that's fine. Oh, there's the first of, I think there were 3 iron patches. Do I have... I don't really have space to pick that stuff up, so whatever, we're going to leave it. Yeah. We're just going to run this over here. I mean, the reason why I took the engines with me is so that I can... this one that we're looking at over here is, yeah, that's all 3 of the iron outposts, so that's what I want. Yeah, I got all the engines with me so that when I research the car, I can actually build... the car that I want. And we're gonna... yeah, we got tools, we'll take these guys out, it's fine. Especially as we've got bullet damage 2 now. And we're just dodge tanking this worm. So that's fine. I mean, we're giving up a bit of Evo here, but it's not Death World, it's just regular default settings, marathon, so... it's just quite a few worms here. And we might actually have to deal with these worms first. But it's still fine. Okay, so that's dealt with. Oh, and there's actually another base down here, isn't there? Do I want to deal with this yet? I don't think I want to deal with that one yet. I think we're going to come back for that anyway. We're a long way from polluting it at the moment, but we're about to put a bunch of mining drills down there, so that's going to change. And yeah, we only currently have 28 mining drills, but part of this plan is going to be we're going to use some of the materials that we get from this set of outposting to help us build everything else we need from the outpost. So yeah, this is one of the bits of the plan that I'm like, I think this is what I want to do, but I'm not actually sure if this is really what I want to do, and also that's... I do want a radar there. I just also want a radar on the coal more. And we're going after the coal first. Oh, is that even... That's not even the first of the copper patches. That's actually the second of the copper patches. And I can't make the car because I have the steel but not the iron, but that's fine. Yeah, other things we need. I mean, just generally useful things at this point. We're going to get that. We're going to get the oil processing. And then plastics? Sure. Okay, let's take up the space. It's not very big. And there's another base over the other side, isn't there? I hope that's... yeah, I'm not really in a position to defend my main core at the moment. I mean, I could be. I'm just deciding not to be because I don't want to, because I'm kind of in a hurry. But yeah, this is going to be the coal we use as a fuel for all of this new smelting. We're going to go take out the space as well because it's just here, and we're going to be mining here. And this bit of the base is going to be up for quite a long time, hopefully. I mean, in terms of how long this run is going to last, I'm kind of relying on this whole side of this stuff contributing... Do I need more wood? I probably need more wood. Yeah, contributing quite a lot to my industrial output. But yeah, we're going to have to get... I don't actually have a lot of coal mines at the moment, do I? But I probably don't need that many yet, and can probably just start them in places where they'll never run out. Yeah, so that's going to be probably more coal mining than I need. And then the next thing I need is, yeah, I'm going to need iron before... I mean, yeah, for all of these plans, I'm going to need iron to extend everything before I need copper. So I think the plan from here is... yeah, we run... Do I... Yeah, whatever. We run all of this down to kind of build on top of the uranium. Oh yeah, spoilers, I'm not going to do anything with uranium. We're just going to start about here, maybe? Is this... Yeah, this is not forest. I don't mind building over this, but this is all... Like, this spot here is also a nice build area. And in fact, what we might do is... I think grab the first 12. I think I'm going to set this up to be very quickly replaced with... That's not the right button, this is the right button. To be very quickly replaced with steel furnaces. In which case we can take this a bit further. I was thinking we could go further to get this copper patch, but actually it's the lining up this stuff against these things that's going to be interesting. And then the question is, how much of this stuff do I actually want? Like, I want to... As far as outposting goes, I want to outpost steel, and I want to outpost green chips and cogs, because those are the things that are going to take a huge amount of resources. Flip that this way so that, yeah, it goes like that. How many... Where do we start with this? I think we're just going to start, like, here. We're going to need a lot of this, though. So... This is also why we've got quite a lot of belt with us. That's not the easiest way to do that, but whatever. The thing I should do at this point, rather than... Is this true? No, I think we're still going to do the thing of I don't have those inserters, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna set this up so that it's at least putting coal on these belts, because that's a thing we always worry about doing. Is this... At some point this is going to turn into a steel smelter as well. Like, we definitely want steel here. But I don't think that's a thing that's happening yet. Probably. But that's at least going to get some of that stuff caching. I don't have any splitters, and I don't have the iron plate to make splitters, which is a bit of a shame. Fortunately, I have everything else I need here to make the things I need to make splitters, so we're just going to get on with that. Other two. And yeah, a lot of belt. I think I want to maul some stuff here as well, because we can actually just run this. Yeah, we can run this first half line just straight in. That's going to be fine. I don't actually need splitters to start with. Okay. Yeah, this is normal, isn't it? So this is only going to give us a quarter of a belt, isn't it? Because we're thinking about upgrading these to steel furnaces, but that's at least going to be, you know, a quarter of a belt, which will give me the stuff for splitters I need, and then also, yeah, I think I was planning on, like, I've got to figure out how to have these things make all the chips that I want, but in the meantime we're just going to do that. And then, do I need more? I don't really need more of those. We're going to have some of them just to kind of clear up the inventory, and then we're going to wander down here, because there's a little base that we need to push in between. Like, I've got some cogs, I've got the other coils that were in the other place. We're just going to go and push this base, just quickly. Hi, how you doing? Unlucky for you, I've got enough power poles. I've got some amount of coal, but still... I'm still going to have all these coal rocks because marathon settings feels like I should still just be reasonably economical grabbing all the coal rocks. Yeah. So yeah, this air quotes outpost probably likely to take most of this episode, but is also going to set us up for quite a while, hopefully. Like I don't know whether I want. I've actually got, yeah, this is more than a half belt, isn't it? It's a little bit more than half belt. Oh wait, I was only making quarter of a belt, wasn't I? Okay. Yeah, grab all of this stuff, because I can hand feed that into other furnaces if I have the inventory space. We can do some terrible things, but it's fine, because bots aren't trying to do this anyway. I did not put the other radar by the coal. That was kind of what I was... That's kind of why I pulled the radar out of the other place by the copper patch, was to put it by the coal, but we haven't got around to doing that, so never mind. Yeah, now we can have splitters, right? No, we need chips, because we need this. Now we can have splitters, right? Yeah, sure. Yeah, some of those, and then also just mining drills. 6 mining drills? Sure, let's pivot this to the green chips, because we're going to need these green chips, and then you guys should have some stuff for me. This is still starting to feel like the beginning of a speedrun again. Anyway, yeah, get all those, give me some more mining drills, have a splitter here, do the rest of this stuff. Why am I not doing all of that? I should be doing all of it. There we go. We can have another 2 mining drills, and then I'm out of copper. Okay. So I've got in total 10 mining drills, which is... I think I'm okay with that. Because mostly what I'm thinking about at this point is this enough to kind of bootstrap miners on the copper? And I think it is. And then, like, the secondary question after that is, what split of these initial mining drills do I put on... Oh hey, I've got this, I can get a car. Exciting times. I do like cars. Does that mean I've also finished plastic? Which of those things... Yeah, don't even know which of those things was first, whatever. So those guys can just cache belts of stuff and that'll be fine. I should actually be using this car. That's exciting. This is less than I wanted. How many have I got? I've got 10 of these. And I've got in total 26. So I want to put maybe 6 of these on the copper. So that's going to be, actually, to be honest, more than that, because I'll have this stuff caching in those belts anyway. Should I also just run up I should probably also just, you know, start on a steel build at this time as well, because this stuff caching is kind of what this is about. So yeah, we're going to do a steel build as well. This is a normal thing to happen, isn't it? That could go like that. Running out of inserters. It's not a thing I was necessarily surprised about. I did want a lot of inserters. I guess we're not doing the steel build yet. Cool. We're just going to go over to not at that. Actually, let's put the radar, now that getting places is fast because we've got the car, we can put the radar back over at the coal, which is what we're going to do. Put some guns at the coal, because there are some bases over there that we're going to have to worry about later. Put some bullets in the guns, because that's how that works. Did you get... Yeah, not 25. Sure. This is actually way more coal miners than I need as well, and I've got a decent buffer on that belt at the moment. So... yeah, this stuff is all backing up, and all of that buffer is going to be just fine. And... I guess if I'm over here, what I really want to do is also mine this coal that's further... This coal? This copper that's also further away from all the other nests. So we're going to throw that down there, and we're going to have like, here's 12 miners on copper. I think I'm pretty happy with that, because like I said, I'm already going to be caching all of the other... I'm already caching iron in furnaces, and this will be copper that will let me make inserters and stuff, although at this point I've got the car and I can just drive back over here and pick up another 200 inserters and this belt, and then these 100 mining drills. Maybe... Now let's get this online first and check that we've actually got, as a template, a thing that will work, that we're happy with. How much space do we need to leave here? About that much. And then, how many belts of stuff do I need? I think if I've got 2... How many belts of stuff can I fit is the question. If I've got... I can fit 3 belts of stuff? That does not seem like enough. Even if I've got 4... So I guess I'm doing 3 of copper, 3 of iron, and then I'm using that for cogs and chips. If I've got 3 on copper here, then 1.5 of these will be, yeah, that amount of iron, but for... Yeah, if I've got... Let's actually look at the recipe of the thing while we're talking about this. If I've got... Yeah, I need half as much iron as copper, so if I have 3 lanes of copper as green chips, I need 1.5 lanes of iron as green chips, which leaves out of... So 3 lanes of copper. In fact, I'm probably moving these to put more copper in there. 3 lanes of iron, 1.5 of which will be for chips and 1.5 of which will be for cogs. That sounds like I've got a lot of cogs, but then again, I do need a lot of infrastructure and stuff like that. Okay, so this one here... Maybe I should reorganize all of that now. We'll just reorganize it before I put the other copper belt in, it'll be fine. Yeah, good reasons to not have spent all my inserters just yet. So yeah, the other reason to get the steel build going, and the other reason why I'm boxing a bunch of stone... cool. All of that stuff ran out. Not super surprised. Disappointed. But not surprised. Okay. I guess I didn't... I mean... I was going to say, guess I didn't have to make all the power poles, but I did need quite a few power poles, didn't I? So all of that is going to be going slowly. Yeah, this is probably all built up. Yeah, that's built up nicely, which means... What I actually need to do, if I'm doing coils here, and this is going to eventually give me a full belt of coils, just do this chips build. I think what I want, though, based on the size of this thing, is I think I kind of want 3 of these in total, which sounds like it works because I've got 3 belts of stuff coming out, and this will take, you know, I've kind of left space for expanding into 3 belts of stuff. Each of these will take 80% of a thing, and 6 because that's slightly more than half a belt. So, is that a good place for it? If this is also iron, if I've got copper, 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 and more copper up the top, I think I probably want these like here. Do I want... Oh, cool. Achievement. Do I want to run it... I think I want to run it this way, but also with the iron going up. Yeah, let's have that there. How many of these do I have? 13. That's not enough, is it? Do I have more? I have some amount of steel on me, sure. Okay, and then I need all the inserters that I don't have, so that's also cool. So I might also be doing this hand feeding again. Is this going to be a thing that I should just go back to the base and pick up all my other infrastructure. Is that going to be the easiest way of doing this? It might be. Are we doing that? Probably not. I do want cogs though, don't I? I do want a lot more cogs. So, other than the fact that I don't have the inserters for it, yeah, because these guys do want to be turned into cogs. So let's have some of these things. And I've got 3 of these to turn into cogs immediately, and I don't really need the rest of the space, and the iron's going that way anyway. So we're just going to go cogs, 3 inserters. Fast inserters need chips. Cool. Yeah, this will go a whole lot better once we've actually got all the things we need. I don't need cogs. I just need these guys. Okay, so let's automate these first then, I guess. In here. And then the iron has to go in. Don't rotate that yet. And I think we're going to have kind of a weird setup where... Oh, boxes. I can make boxes, that's fine. Yeah, make all those boxes. Yeah, we're just going to have this slightly weird setup where we prioritize things to the right. Then... Yeah, that'll work fine. Okay, inserters. Yeah, handcrafting inserters. More achievements, that's nice. Still handcrafting these things. Fine. Okay, so we've got some of this stuff coming out. We need... Actually, the thing we need is this iron feed. So this is going to wander in. And then I needed the undergrounds, because undergrounds, then boxes I also needed, and you guys need to do the thing, and then you need to, you need to have, yeah, you need to have inputs and outputs and other things like that. These guys are normal inserters in the main base? Those should have been upgraded. Yeah, they were. Okay. Let's quickly... I mean, either we'll remember to do that, or the bots will do it for us, it's fine. Yeah, so we're down to just like a lot of these things. And then we also need... Yeah, so let's go and fill the rest of these things in. That's most of them. We just need more... We need more copper processing at this point. Those output ones we don't need to deal with yet. I don't even know what. I guess we're caching them there. I guess that's fine. Why don't I have fuel here? Oh wow. I hope that didn't cause me problems further down. It doesn't look like it. All of that had like nicely backed up. Okay. So, unfortunately, I've got fuel. So you guys have all of that. Give me the rest of these, because we're going to keep making this stuff. Probably, I mean, if I'm going to maul stuff here, and I might maul stuff here, because we're going to need bots to expand things here, because that's part of how that's going to work. This is going to be... Yeah, this is going to be 2 half lanes for as long as we haven't upgraded to steel furnaces yet. So let's do that. And then... I just saw an inserter holding a piece of... Oh, all of these inserters were the wrong way around. Interesting. Good job, I guess. And now I've got these, let's actually give these the inserters that the build will need. And also check that they're around the right way. Yeah, seems to be. Okay. Yeah, so do I have... I'm going to need a bunch of these. Really going to need a bunch of those. You can have all of this. Give me these. 16 of these things. I don't think I had this many copper miners down, so this is just going to kind of cache on the belts for a bit. Or at least unload the cache from the belts, which I'm also kind of fine with. I've got this stuff, which you guys can have. And then we'll do this until we run out of cogs, yeah. And then we'll be able to have some amount of copper mining that we can turn into chips, and so that's going to be nice. I think I've also, yeah, so I've done electric furnaces. So yeah, so we're just kind of on the way to getting all of this done. This also just wants to plug in here. I mean, it doesn't want to when we upgrade the thing, but for now, yeah. 21 of these things. Yeah, these things. Do I have? Yeah, I can make a fourth one of these. Yeah, then just all the cogs, sure. Yeah, because these guys are going to take basically all the iron I give them, I think. I think we're going to do the same thing here with undergrounding these guys. Yep, here to here. And then this weird belt squiggle thing. And so now we've got a source of cogs as well, which is cool, because that's what I needed to... yeah, I guess if I am mauling anything else here, I'm going to need a bunch of that stuff. I think it's time to get the steel running, because we've got like almost everything we need for the steel, kind of. And that we've got a bunch of inserters. So yeah, we're still kind of on a timer of can we get everything we need online before, like, can we will need more steel, we'll definitely need more steel, but can we start making blue science when the research is ready for us to make blue science? Is going to be one of the interesting questions. Okay, so this, do I want 4 things here making, because the thing is each of these will consume, usually these are 20% of an iron belt per assembler, because they use twice as much as the copper. But these ones take 4 times as much because the recipes are expensive, which means 6 more of these. Yeah, cogs. Which means I think what I actually want to do is, so with each of these representing 40% of a piece of iron belt being used, I think what I'm looking at here is 100 and... yeah, that's about the right amount for this to end up being over here, and to be the extra half lane of this left over that I would need if I was doing all of that stuff. So I think I've just talked myself into being happy that this here, not like that, but that there might actually be the first third of the chips automation I need over there. What I actually need, though, and I mean, I could probably set this up slightly differently, but we'd still could just handcraft a bunch of these things, because that's still what we need. We're going to have... yeah, because this is also the point at which we are automating our steel production, and this will be... flip it that way, put it here, so that's 1 lane. That's going to be 2 lanes of steel production. That's going to need to go the other way, but whatever. And yeah, we're gonna do that. The way I like to get my steel feed these days is like that. I think that's a pretty nice way of doing stuff. What else after? Okay, so things I need. I do need modules. I'm in no position to actually deal with that yet, so we're gonna go from red circuits into mining productivity and then modules, and then we actually want all of the modules, and then we'll deal with other things we might need later. I should go and put some steel on this belt rather than building this furnace, especially as one of these things is already like just going but not. So that was ugly, but sure. Okay, so I just need a lot more miners at this point. And I think I've handcrafted another 21 of these guys in this time, so that's, you know, expansion. And I think we're going to leave, I don't think we're going to worry about the edges yet. Like, this one's got, yeah, hopefully most of this patch will continue to exist for the rest of the run. Maybe. I need green circuits, which I kind of have, because I'm just going to get that splitter. It'll be fine. So now I'm going to have steel going to some build, which is cool. That wasn't what I needed for those, was I? It was these ones that I needed. And we're just boxing all that, so that's fine. Yeah, so I still need just a lot of those, for which I need both of the things here. You know what? I have only one of these things, but we're going to do a nasty pattern that I haven't previously used, but whatever, it's going to be fine. You just make all of those. I just need all of those from you right now. And maybe I should also have, should I have one making belt? I'm probably going to need more belt. So this is how we're going to maul stuff at this weird damn outpost, and it's going to be fine. Pollution cloud is nearly annoying these bases. We've got to go deal with that in a bit, but not yet. You have lots of things for me, which is cool, because I got to go put some splitters in places. Like one there. Okay, let's make the rest of this thing work. You are going to need that earlier rather than later, so let's also get that plugged in. The rest of this doesn't matter quite so much, and also these ones are kind of important, aren't they? Yeah, so we're going to have... One of the things that I was wondering about when I was theory crafting all of this is... Why you no run? Oh, because you're going the wrong way. Yeah, let's... This whole thing... I don't think I'm extending this myself. I think we're also gonna be doing some weird stuff with bots later to try and get... which way are we going? Yeah, we'll go up. Yeah, I think we're gonna bring bots back to this outpost. If you're there, yeah, I think we're going to bring bots back to this outpost later and have bots expand all of this. So at the moment we've got a lot of belt. I don't think I need that much belt. I don't think I need that many inserters. What I do want... I mean, and I've got mining drills from other places as well, so let's actually flick you back to mining drills for a bit. But yeah, I've got 22 grenades. I've got some amount of this stuff set up. I haven't actually... Yeah, I need more of these guys set up, and then I need more. That's... yeah, I'm currently... This would be a full belt of copper processing, except I also haven't put mining drills on that copper. So I think that's a thing we go and do. And we've got a car now, so that's exciting. And not many things are being boxed, are they? The chips are being boxed. What do I only have? Am I handcrafting these things for? I thought I had a machine making those for me. you've only got one long-handed inserter grabbing from the iron. That's why you're just not very fast. Okay, sure. That's going to be 20, so I actually need a bit more, but I've got a splitter, so that's fine. Go that way. Except I don't actually have any more of these things. So yeah, so I think with... Is that enough of this stuff set up so that I'm happy? I mean, am I happy? I need more of this, I need more of that. Yeah, the plan for all of this is going to be... I'm not going to try and figure out how to get steel from this little iron patch that's already running out. Like this little iron patch, this little iron patch, these are probably all just going to be used as filler iron for these iron lanes here, which have completely stopped. Because why? Why are cogs... Ah, it's limited by these two. That's not what I expected. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna have to fix that as well. And I guess this is one of the slower techs where that actually makes a difference. If I've got all of this handcrafted queue, and I kinda do, then I can have more of those, and then I need gears for these things as well, and then also chips for these things. Cool. Because we needed... Do we need... This is 1.5 belts of steel production, I need another maybe 5 miners down here. So we're just going to slap these guys in. That's going to be close enough. And I've got a full belt of copper usage now, don't I? Yeah, I do. And do I actually have... I actually really only need 80% of a thing, because I'm only using 80% of it here. But we can still... And then maybe I need more coal? The coal looks pretty healthy. I mean, the only thing I'm using it for is the smelting. And one side is running and the other side is not running, and that's probably because of the way inserters are picking things up. But yeah, so I think the plan for getting blue science going is the majority of the green chips and all of the steel are going to come from this outpost, and that means we only have to bring these 2 belts of high-value stuff back to the base, instead of, you know, however many belts of... Because this is what? 1, 2... When these are upgraded, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 belts of stuff. I don't want to belt 8. I don't want to get 8 belts of stuff back to the main base, whereas getting 2 belts of stuff back to the main base, quite viable. Also quite viable. Killing these nests? I mean, what is Evo at the moment? Okay, so we've got mediums out. Maybe we have medium spitters? We don't have... Where's the spitter nest? Yeah, we're still on small spitters, we'll be fine. Yeah, we've got to get rid of these guys first. Getting stuck there is not great. Missing the turret mic is also not great. Okay. So that base is done. There's another base just behind it. I still don't really... I mean, that is definitely a base I'm taking out later. Have I got... It's one more turret. Here. There's definitely a base I'm taking out later, but I think I can avoid dealing with it for a bit, whereas the other bases that I do need to deal with are these bases across here. And yeah, this is the other reason why I wanted to put more of my production out here, is now I've got these trees doing a lot more pollution absorption work for me, which I'm pretty happy about. Like, spreading around the pollution cloud like that is a thing I'm fairly happy about. I think I can afford to run these buffers back to the base, though. I think I've got the time to do that before I really need to worry about... Yeah, you only do like that many. Do I have enough belt, though? got this 1000 belt. Yeah, we're going to run these back to the base. We're actually also going to take power. Have wood, have some wood. Have a bunch of other stuff that I don't really care about. Oh, you guys missed an inserter. That's not a huge deal, because that would have been figured out later anyway. Oh yeah, I guess if this is a whole belt, this is only using 80%, yeah, there's going to be some of the stuff that builds up. Yeah, we're going to run power back at the same time, so that we don't have this... Oh no, I already ran power on that side. I wanted to run power from the coal side and from this side, so I guess we're running power at this side when I'm going to push these bases, and I guess we run power kind of up through here, because I don't want just one connection for this quite long, spindly bit of nonsense. And then we've also got to put the other inserters back at the... yeah, that are trying and failing to put the cogs on the other belt in a way that's fast enough for red science. So those are things we can deal with. Can I... yeah, this is just going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess that we don't really have to worry about, because we're just going to do this run once to one rocket, and then we're going to be good, because, you know, that's what the achievement is. Get all this done in 15 hours. 15 minutes would be... I don't think there's not any rocket launching speedrun that happens in 15 minutes. Yeah, we're just going to keep going across here. The other thing that I've not really thought about, because I've theory crafted this in terms of numbers, kind of numbers of things, but I haven't even... yeah, that was inconvenient. Yeah, numbers of buildings, haven't really thought about it in terms of like exact build orders or anything like that, is... I've actually forgotten what I was talking about. And I've even at this point forgotten what I was distracted by when I lost track of what I was talking about, so that's cool. Where are we? We need to go up from here. And then we... I mean, to be honest, it needs to get here somehow, so I reckon I just go around these things and up here, because I'm not planning on doing anything with that area, I don't think. So yeah, other things you might have realized, we're skipping trains. I'm just not going to bother with trains. Like, trains would be a good long-term way of doing this. We're not doing long-term, we're doing speedrunner, nasty nonsense stuff, so we're not going to do trains. Give me these things. Do I have... I've got 19, cool. Yeah, this here is the stuff that... oh, I limited this box. How many does that give me? It gets me 60? Okay, I'm gonna need a lot of those, so you just keep doing that. I don't really need... yeah, I don't really need that much of that at all. Have I... I have got military science, haven't I? I have got military science, so I can... that's another thing I should probably plug in at this point. Oh, the belt got me all the way here. That's pretty nice. So, how are we gonna do... there's still not a lot of military science I need. Like, I don't think I'm gonna bother with bullet damage 3. Let's just get those going, but not those. Yeah, I don't think I'm dealing with bullet damage 3 because... oh, it all backed up because this science is slower and is lab limited. Okay, whatever. I don't think I'm dealing with bullet damage 3. So... actually, yeah, not dealing with bullet damage 3 because we're kind of close to getting landmines anyway, and then we're just going to do all the landmine stuff. And also because, like, 1,200, it's a lot. It's a lot of grenades and a lot of red ammo, and I don't want to spend that much. What I do want is, like, we are still definitely doing flamethrower, so I need 200 for that. And then we're also definitely doing landmines, so I need, in total, 600, which means I need 300 ammo and 300 steel. So let's try and remember that by, okay, yeah. You guys you don't need that. You need 300 ammo, and you're going to need a bunch of steel. And then I probably don't need... It's kind of in an awkward place, isn't it? Yeah. We can still get that. Actually, we can get it back one further and do that with just like one long header there, yeah. Sure. Yeah. And this is also going to be a slight overestimation depending on whether or not I get the productivity modules in at what point. But I'm not super concerned about that either. Yeah, have all the steel, because I've eventually going to have some more turn up here, and in a way that's fine. And then... I don't even think I need 3 there. I think I can get away with... You know what, whatever. We'll do this thing. It'll be fine. So we'll do that. I still need the walls. I still need grenades. I don't have enough of either of those. So let's get on that, I guess. There's a lot of iron that's built up at this point that I think I'm okay with. Don't think I'm super disappointed about needing... I need a belt. Yeah, I don't think I'm super disappointed at this point about how much iron is sitting there, because also the longer I leave it in the ground, the more mining productivity will end up making it a thing. There, and then we can go like that. And then we can just start boxing these grenades in a pretty normal way. So that's fine. Here's all my stuff. Cool, so now I've got more steel. And yeah, so that's completely normal. Now I've got grenades. Where is that combat happening? That's at the place that I was anticipating, so I'm not upset about that at all. I only needed 600, didn't I? In terms of... yeah, so that's going to be all the wall that I need. Just straight up all the wall that I need. Oh yeah, I still don't have a belt. Cool. Yeah, let's get the belt. Belt's over here. We've got a couple of places that are making us belt today because this plan is weird. But if we have... yeah, let's do... yeah, we'll have... a box here for grenades. Fast and soda. Fast and soda. Walls can go here, although I don't really need doubles there, but whatever. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted these guys. And also you. And then you actually are short of grenades. So now we've also automated military science, which is cool. I do need to give this guy more steel, and I've forgotten how much steel I've given. But as long as these stacks are matched inside the assembler, if I just match the amount of steel here, then I'll know how much steel I need, so that's cool. And I think... yeah, I'm also boxing the iron over here. I think I'm fine with that as well. Yeah. I don't even know what my buffer plan is for these. I'm not buffering the cogs at the outpost. I do want a lot of green ships. Because that's how purple science works. And so I think we're going to get to that later. Just by, yeah, 38 of those. And we are just going to box at this point. I put these down before putting the inserters down, that was silly. All of the chips are just going to get boxed. I probably should do this with a prioritization, because otherwise I will need to reorganize this later. Yeah, let's do that instead. Changing my mind, it's fine. It's a 15-hour run. I get to change my mind about some things at some point. Yeah, I'm not doing anything else with this space. This is fine. Yeah. Yeah, so if we have a ton of green chips, that's not something I'm going to be sad about. It's just going to be, I'm going to have all the green chips that I possibly need, which is going to be, great. Cogs, I don't really feel the need to buffer these things I want for reasons. Grenades over here, do I have? Yeah, whatever. So that's, I probably need to keep these grenades, and I probably need to get more ammo if I'm going to go push those bases, which is actually the thing that's about to happen. But yeah, so now, I think the blue science plan, actually let's leave that for next episode as well, because that's the thing that's about to happen next. I've got all of this. This is pretty healthy. All of those guys are built up. That's all doing its thing. What I do want, I want all these, but then this also needs to be making me those things. And one of those in here, one of those there, upgrade this assembler. And I think I actually need, yeah, I'm going to need a bunch of assembler ones at this point. Because we are approaching a point where I'm going to need a decent number of assemblers. Oh yeah, because I had the grenades. Cool. Yeah, I changed my mind. You guys can have all those grenades. Because I'm wandering back down here to get the other stuff. Why have my green ship supply stopped? Because I'm... Oh yeah, remember when I said these guys were making 1.6, using 1.6 belts worth of iron? I'm not putting 1.6 belts of iron through this yet. I'm putting only 1 belt of iron through that. So yeah, there's... Until this belt of cogs fills up, there is 0 iron getting through to this build. So that's a thing I have a problem with. I guess that's probably why this build should have existed. So we've got 10 minutes left. Mining productivity is about to finish, and then we're doing module stuff, so that's all fine. So what I was going to do is, yeah, this stuff I was taking back over there anyway. This stone needs to be in here. I need these. I don't really have enough belt, but I'm making belt over there anyway. I'm taking this with me. What was I? These guys got given the grenades, didn't they? They got all the grenades they were going to need. Steel is... Let's give the military the military science the correct amount of steel, and then not think about it again. It's going to be what we do with that. 200... So now those match, and now it needs another, yeah, about that much. Yeah, that's the amount of military science we need, although it doesn't have enough grenades, but whatever. And yeah, 10 minutes left in the episode. We've kind of got a bit of an outpost. It's kind of interesting. I mean, the cogs are just on the belt, and I'm not actually doing anything with the cogs. Actually, none of this stuff is getting plugged into the base yet. It will be more important when we get the blue science online. Or at least approaching the blue science. But the reason why I wanted to be back over here was... One of these, whatever. Yeah, we want one of these. We want this guy to start making us steel furnaces, because the way that this guy makes steel furnaces will be how we get... Like, this is... Like, I want a lot of steel furnaces. Because if I steel furnace this guy, I can steel furnace these guys, I can steel furnace these things, I'll use less coal, I'll get more stuff out. I've got 9 of these things. Yeah, I've got more of these things here. 25 more. It's fantastic. Because this was the belt that was going to go through here, I guess. I mean, this is... That's no longer on plan. This is just random stuff at this point, but also, if it gets me the products I want, I'm kind of okay with random things happening. It's not a base I have to live with. It's a base I have to get 1 rocket from. And then go and speedrun wave defense and get a bunch more rockets from elsewhere. You can actually go down here, like so. And, oh yeah, I did want more belt, and I've got more belt. More belt is just over here. Wasn't I making belt like 1,000 at a time or something crazy? Yeah. All that belt. Mining drills, 34 mining drills, enough belt, yeah, fine. Kinda need to be doing on... I mean, I'd like to be on the oil processing stuff. That's at least going to happen next episode. This will at least get the green chips buffer back online, which... I mean, to be fair, we're not even going to be using... some of those must... Like the... doesn't actually matter, does it? Because I've only got the stuff to process half a belt at the moment, and I've now got 64 miners. That's a turret taking damage, I'm fine. Yeah, the blue science is not really going to leverage the buffer. This is supposed to, in theory, keep up with blue science, and then we extend it more because purple science is going to be a giant thing. And where are you going? Okay, so we're on to modules. Yeah. So, it's actually not all done, is it? Because I can drive through these ghosts. Ghosts are fine. I don't think I did get the whole inserters. So yeah, so that's going to be green circuits running again. It's these guys are running. These guys are making a lot of furnaces at whatever rate. These guys are making steel. Let's actually just... 24? 24 is a fantastic number, because it means that this immediately goes up to a half belt of steel. So that's fine. I like that. Yeah, last thing we're going to do in this episode, before we think about... maybe I need to defend that as well. Maybe that's a problem we're going to just leave until later. This spot is pretty fine. These guys are pretty fine. We're going to go and just like push this row of bases over here that we are now polluting, so that we don't have to defend properly, because pushing things is easier to do pretty quickly than actually defending. Especially when we have bullet damage too, which we do, so that's all fine. Yeah, there was a nest here in the middle of the trees as well that just didn't spawn, so that's also fine. Yeah, those were the turrets that were taking damage in the middle of the fight. That one we're going to have to approach from the other side because of the trees, but this one is going to be fine. Actually, do we have oil processing over here? So yeah, we're kind of heading... I left the car too far behind. Yeah, we're kind of heading back towards the base, because that's the general direction that we're pushing these nests. We're going to push all these guys out, and then I should actually cut wall production as well and just start buffering stone. I don't think... yeah, I don't think that the normal kind of speedrun stone buffer is going to do what it needs to here, because we need 4 times as much of everything. But something like a somewhat normal stone buffer might be a good idea. And I think we've already made all the walls that we need. Actually, I already cut walls, didn't I? I did in fact already cut walls because I limited the box in which I was producing. Okay, so we've got to have you going away first. And then we can drop some of these guys in here. These guys are taking damage, so now they don't. And this is fine, and yeah. I think this strikes me as a pretty good place to be cutting an episode, because we're coming in on having completed 3 hours of stuff. We've pushed the bases that we need to. Our research is finished. We've done this weird outposting thing that I wanted to do. but we actually haven't got... I mean, we're not going to be seeing steel for a while because we're turning it into steel furnaces on site. But yeah, now it's time to get all of... Oh, I limited that box. Do that. Yeah, keep doing that. You keep going. Although I've got enough of them for that, actually, really, don't I? I'll need this, I'll need steel. We've got all those things kind of sitting around, and it's time to go and connect some oil to build some expensive mode blue science. So let's actually go and check that these guys are... Yeah, those guys are running at the rate that they should, and then there's some steel coming back, but it's mostly just turning all of this into furnaces, which is fine. And then the pollution cloud is doing fantastic absorption work over here, and these guys might be annoyed soon, but these trees are still doing a lot of good work. I'm glad that I took this mine instead of this mine. We're going to need them both soon. But oh, actually, how's the space doing? The spaces are still not annoyed. These are fine. Yeah, we'll go and grab this oil later. And yeah, that's what we'll do next time. We'll go and grab some oil. I might have lied. We might not quite be thinking about blue science yet. We might actually be thinking about modules before we do blue science, but we've also just done all the modules research, so we can also just go and set that up. So that's going to be the plan for next time. Yeah, marathon.